Welcome back to another video. Today we're tackling a fan favorite. That's right, it's Gojo Satoru from Jujutsu Kaisen. He's the strongest sorcerer in the series, known for his super cool blindfold, his spiky hair, and his insane abilities. So if you're a fan or you ran into somebody who is a fan of anime, this is a must-learn design. But before we go over the actual design, type your favorite character from the Jujutsu Kaisen series in the comments below. Here are the balloons we're going to use for the design today. I got two black balloons here. The one that's blowing up more is going to be used for the body. The other one's going to be used for the blindfold we're going to use, actually. And then we have our white balloon here for the hair. We're going to use this for the purple. It's only blown up halfway. And I got this one flipped upside down, but we also have our blush balloon, and that's going to be used for the face area. So the inspiration actually for the Gojo character, if you notice this, comes from Kakashi and Naruto. You can see the similarities there. I have them up on the screen right now. Yeah, so you can see definitely the inspiration that came for that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this design with we're going to build the body actually. And most of the time you will see, I was looking at pictures and you will see that Gojo doesn't always wear a blindfold. Sometimes he'll wear shades too, and it has to do with his ability actually, why he does that. He has to wear that blindfold to help him control his abilities. So that's why he's wearing it. So let's go ahead and start with the body and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's get ready to do that now. This will be step one for our design. We're going to go ahead and use the longer balloon of the two black balloons, okay? This one's going to be the body. The other one's going to be for the blindfold. So let's go ahead and get started with this one first. We're going to go ahead and make ourselves some arms here. And I'll hold up here. I'll hold it up here in just a moment, the measurements, so you can see what we got here. Let me give that guy a quick squeeze. So you can see I need enough so I can open this guy up here, because in a minute we're going to get ready to smash our legs inside of there. So if I hold it up here, you can see about that size there. Let me put my hand here in the front so you can see, okay? So you got an idea there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do about, I'm gonna do about a hand's width there. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna give this balloon a good squeeze. Got our tail here, and I'm gonna grab onto that and give this guy a quick spin and pull that nozzle through there. There we go, okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of this. So I'm going to split it right over here. There we go. Okay, and just carefully split that. All right, now I'm going to do is fold this in half. Give it a good squeeze. And now what I can do is I can insert this into here, like this. Ta-da! Okay, so we got this pose like he's sitting down, holding the knees there. Okay. Ta-da! It's a really easy body to do. I like it. It's so super cute. I love it. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move on to step number 2. All right, we're on to step number 2, and that is to build the head of our character. So I'm going to go ahead and do about 4 fingers there. We'll put a pinch twist there, and we're going to end up with a 3 bubble cluster total, actually. So we go here. We'll do another pinch twist. There we go. And I'm going to do one more to finish up here. There we go. And I'm not going to break this off just yet. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have so far. There we go. And now I can come in with my next balloon. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go to our black balloon. Okay. So let's go ahead. That's going to be, actually, we'll wrap it into step number 2. I want the bandana to have these 2 little pieces off to the side, kind of like if it's been tied and it's knotted on the side there. And I'll show you what that looks like. Let me hold it up for you right there and hold it still just for a second. That's all I did. And those sizes, they're about 3 fingers. So you can see that's exactly what they are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap them in behind one of the ears there. Okay, I'm going to go with this ear over here. Just wrap it around one of the ears or twist it around the ears. Now when you do that, careful that you're kind of rolling that balloon along. There you go. To make sure that's in there nice and secure. Now I can pull this balloon across to make it become the 4th bubble in this cluster here that I'm holding on to. Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna make sure I get around there at least one time. There you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and break this, but I'm gonna use this at the end. We're gonna make it so we can attach it to the rest of the body, okay? So let's go ahead and make a little hole in this guy. There we go. I said a little hole and I ripped the whole thing off. Oops. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna put my thumb underneath here. I'm gonna pull it to the other side and just wrap it around that ear and then tuck it away inside there, okay? So that's all we have right there. And then we'll come back to the rest of this in a minute, okay? But for now, let me go ahead and, now that I have this here, we can go ahead and add the hair. So grab your white balloon. Let's do that now. Step 3, and almost to the end here. We're almost to the end. Congratulations if you made it this far. And something that I want you to think about while we're doing this is definitely comment below if you didn't already about your favorite character, but think about another anime character, either from Jujutsu Kaisen or another anime that you want me to try, and I will for sure give it a shot and probably do a tutorial on it as well. So let's go ahead and get ready to add this hair now, okay? So the way I'm gonna start it is, I'm gonna go ahead and create myself about a 3 to 4 finger there segment. I like it. Pull that mouth through there, don't want to lose that. Give it a good squeeze. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach it on this side over here, okay? So I'm just holding it there in place, and I'm gonna take this balloon around here. There we go, at least one time, 2 if you want. Now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bubble, a small bubble, followed by another segment like this, followed by another small bubble, followed by another segment like this, and then another small bubble, and end with one of these. So I'm gonna have a total of 4 of these, okay? So I just wanna give you a heads up about where we're going with this. And I'm not too concerned about when I'm doing these to lock these guys, okay? Because they're already, they're so close to one another, so you shouldn't have an issue with them coming undone. You see that? It's right up against it, so don't be too concerned about, oh, is that gonna get messed up? Nah, you'll be just fine, okay? Another small bubble, and we'll do another set just like this. Okay, so far so good. And we're gonna do one more small bubble. Okay, and we're gonna do one more like this. Last one, okay. Alrighty, good, so far so good. I'm liking it, didn't come apart on me, good. Okay, so now I can stretch this. What I'm gonna do is I can stretch this all the way across now. Now I can take this underneath that ear, okay? Does that make sense? Now I am holding, look, this finger right here, I am holding right there, so I can pass this underneath. I'm gonna give this guy a good squeeze, this one right here, so I can pass it underneath, okay? So we're not trying not to pinch that pinch twist, okay? Let me keep rolling this. I like it, make it around at least one time. There we go. Okay, now the hair, look at it, it's a little bit funky and it's a little bit spread out. So to overcome that and keep it all together is I'm gonna go ahead and break this. Let's let the air out of that. And now what I can do is I can take this piece right here. Okay, I'm gonna give it a good pull. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it right across the top there, catching all that hair. And I'll hold it up here in just a moment so you can see, if you can't see it, just in case. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's the fun right there. Trying to get this thing together without it popping while you're messing with it. With these types, when you do these types of moves, or you're pulling the balloon across the top there like that. But when we do that, you see that we end up with this really cool looking hair across the top there. You see that? I like it. I like it. Okay. And so the last thing I'm going to do is I definitely want him to have a nose right there. And if you want to draw a little mouth, you totally can. That'll be up to you. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it like around here somewhere. Okay. Okay, so now I'll just tie a little bubble here and we'll get ourselves a little nose right there. The only thing that I forgot is I normally wear a cutter, and for some reason I misplaced it. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. I bet you it's in my jacket off to the side there. It's probably in the jacket pocket actually. So here's what I'm gonna do. In a minute, or I should just do it now. I had that little piece from the blush where I broke it. I had it hanging off to the side there, so I'll just hit it in the back there. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the nose in place where I want it to be. And now what I can do is I can take this and go all the way around and come back to the nose when I get to the nose, I can just wrap it around there and then tuck it away, okay? And that'll keep the nose like floating like right there. As an alternative, if you want, you could definitely push this straight through the face and probably just go right there, and it'll probably just fine. Another thing you could probably do is tie a big knot here and just push it all the way to the back of the head and pull on it, and that could probably keep it in place too. Matter of fact, let's give it a shot, right? Because the whole idea behind this design was that it would be on top of a headband, so probably that nose wouldn't be messed with anyway. And I do the same thing when I put like balloon eyes on my characters anyway. So let's do that now. Look, I tied a few knots there. I'm just gonna push it all the way to the very back there. So I just push it all the way through. I'm gonna hide that little tail that I had left over from that excess. And look, I'm just holding the back here. I'm gonna pull on that and just slowly let it sit inside there, okay? Ta-da! And look at that, like a charm. That baby ain't going nowhere unless you pull on it. But don't, please don't pull on it. Anyway, there it is right there. I'm liking it. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna push it all the way in there so you can't even see it. And it's still gonna hold. I think because I put that big old knot on there, I think that works. Okay, so last thing we're gonna do to put it together is we're gonna go ahead. Look, we made ourselves this black balloon that we pulled across. Remember that earlier? Yeah, look. Now we can just reach up and grab. Look, I'm just gonna grab that pinch twist through here. See, I just dug my fingers in there. Now we can grab this guy, pull it onto there. Ta-da! Now, like, he's looking the wrong way, but that's okay. It's like eyes on the back of his head. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn him this way. And you can kind of see I can move the bandana there if it's in the way. The blindfold. Ta-da! Dang, that thing's sweet. I love this thing. It looks so cool. All right, now, the last thing we'll do is we're just gonna put a flower, like a little foundation underneath it. So that way, if you wanted to leave the bottom of it, it could be like, you know, on a stick. But otherwise, I would either put it on a wristband or put it on a headband, okay? So let's do it now. Let's just do a few loops and put it all together, and we will be done. And the nice thing is that if you don't want to draw on this, I think it's going to be perfectly acceptable, actually. So that's kind of a good thing, right? Anytime you don't have to draw, the less you have to draw, the better. Hence, you know, why the prints are so nice too. The printed balloons that I have, yeah. But anyway, let's do this. Okay, I got this done. I did myself quick 6 loops while I was chatting away about how you don't have to draw anything. And so now I can go ahead and right here in this portion right here where my finger's at, look, I'm gonna poke it through the back here. Woo-hoo, right there, okay? Now we can attach it. So all I'm gonna do is just take this purple balloon right through here. I'll hold it up so you can see. So I pulled the balloon through there. Now I can just pull it right down. Just make sure it's nice and secure. Flatten that out. There we go. And there you have it, Gojo Satoru in balloon form. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up right now, and then subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss another balloon tutorial. That's right. And feel free to share a version if you made it. I'd love to see what you came up with as well. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, but I wanna encourage you to keep twisting, having fun, and remember, in the balloon world, you are limitless.